Welcome to a new Daily Top Askreddit video. Today's topic: which fictional character would make a great USA president? Jean-Luc Picard. Picard, when the polls closed. Picard, his oath taken. Araga. This is no mere ranger. He is Araga, son of Arathor. You owe him your allegiance. He is also the chieftain of the Duoday of Honor, captain of the host of the West, bearer of the Star of the North, wielder of the sword reforged, victorious in battle, whose hands bring healing, the Elfstu, Elisar of the line of Voladil, Isildur's son, Iledil's son of Numina. My first thought also. You have my vote. And my bow. Optimus Prime. He's the perfect balance of introspection, deliberation, decisive action, compassion, toughness, fighting spirit, humility, and inspires others to greatness not because of his ego, but because he sincerely wants the best for everyone. He's eloquent enough to work with intellectuals, strong enough to keep corruption out, hardworking and honest enough to connect with and inspire the working classes, and an absolute paragon of ethics. When it comes down to it, he puts his own ass on the line without hesitation. I'd vote for Optimus Prime. I'd work on his campaign staff. I'd canvass for Optimus. I'd fight his fights. He's the heroic leader we need. I wish he were here. Edit, to clarify, G1 Optimus is the one I know and love. Not sure about other iterations of the character. Edit 2, can't quite keep up with my inbox. I'm inspired and very happy to see so many of us want this kind of leader. I think it's my highest rated comment ever, and I could not be happier about that. Till all R1/e pluribus suum. NGL, having a massive robot as president would be bitchy. I can't think of anything more American than making a 60-foot-tall war robot from an 80s cartoon our president. Freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Edit, thank you for the award, kind stranger. Hope you're having a fabulous winter holiday season. That is straight up a really good campaign slogan. Captain Raymond Holt. We'd also get the glory of having Cheddar as the first dog and not some other common bitch. Kevin would be an outstanding first gentleman. I would love to see a scene of him explaining the esoteric social programs he's championing to Jake. And also scenes of him like reading to children or the kinds of pleasant non-controversial things first spouses generally get involved in. Hot damn. Abraham Lincoln, vampire hunter. You're not going to believe this. Beast from X-Men. He really would, has an Abe Lincoln feel to him. He's literally a mad scientist now, probably one of the most unstable people in the 616. Ira, post-TLA. He did a pretty good job filling in for Tuco as Fire Lord in the comics, while Team Avatar went out and found out what happened to Tuco's mother. Edit, since people keep hearing about the comics for the first time, here's your guide. https://wikipedia.org/wiki buy M online or visit your preferred comic piracy site, whatever works. Ira would be an excellent president, dudes wise as they come, stepped in as acting Fire Lord when he was needed and stepped down to run his tea shop after Team Avatar got back from their quest. Felt very Washingtonian in that regard. Although if you wanted a representative from the sequel series, Legend of Xra, you can't go wrong with Dizzy. Dude's kind, eloquent and compassionate. But he's also decisive, willing to stand behind his beliefs, and willing to defend the citizens of Republic City, time and time again. I'd vote for him. The founders admired the tale of the Roman leader Siciatus a great deal. He did the same type of thing Ira did. He was a farmer, then became dictator of Rome to fight a war, then went back to being a farmer. A National Tea Appreciation Day would be nice, haha. It would rather become the national beverage of US. That guy on a horse from Night at the Museum. Teddy Roosevelt or Robin Williams? Yes. Croc. Just Croc. How did we make it into the White House, Croc? Well, you got me. By all accounts it doesn't make sense. Oh yeah. It's all coming together. No, he's got a point. Lex Luthor. The bastard cured cancer, repeatedly saved the planet from world-busting threats when even the JLA couldn't do it, rebuilt Gotham after the government just abandoned it, and as fictional president, created a globe-spanning post-scarcity utopia. Lex's only real failing is his galaxy-class hate boner for Superman. Since our world doesn't include a Superman for Lex to laser focus on destroying, he'd probably have shit fixed up in no time. Honestly, Luthor's success as president would depend entirely on whether Superman comes into our world as well. With Superman, Luthor would be the best president in the world since he would make America into a utopia just to get on Superman's nerves by proving he's better at helping people. He's smart enough to design plans to improve all of America's problems from racial to structural, charismatic enough to have the support of the average man, and ruthless enough to make sure every greedy politician and businessman knows that if they get in his way then he'll have to hope their successor is more agreeable. Without Superman, Luthor would actually be one of the worst presidents in history since he'd use his position to get enough power to probably rule the entire world or at the least significantly raise his own personal wealth and power, and he's smart enough to keep it all under wraps. As said by Superman in All-Star Superman, if you wanted to save the world, before I arrived, you would have already saved it. I think you are overlooking his willingness to literally work with anyone and the attitude of justifying any action because he is the smartest person around. His ego is massive and while deserved is also a huge problem. The man didn't want the presidency because it was a step down in power. He only did it to piss off Superman. Just like residential area with lead shielded power source knowing Superman would think it was a bomb. If he didn't have Superman to target for his justifications and murder, he would pick another enemy. Another colossal roadblock to his greatness and admiration. We can deal with all that after he cures cancer. Madam Avasarala. Avasarala quotes for any occasion. This thing is fucked enough already, Holden. Don't go sticking your dick in it. Holden, asterisk, proceeds to stick his dick in it, asterisk. Dwayne Elizondo Mountain Dew Camacho. Edit, Dwayne Elizondo Mountain Dew Herbert Camacho. He actually listens to his advisors, haha. Right, despite he is a meme, he really represents what would be a good leader. Accepts criticism, appoints qualified people to solve problems, sets deadlines for when things need done, admittedly maybe relax a bit on that, and plans to fire failure, again maybe a bit overboard, but presents a strong public image. Atticus Finch. Edit, the one from To Kill a Mockingbird. Go set a watchman, not so much. You never really understand a person until you consider things from his point of view, until you climb into his skin and walk around in it. Skinwalkers. Joshua Bartlett. During 2020, with all the presidential speeches that sounded non-presidential, I kept thinking that we needed a couple of Joshua Bartlett speeches during that time. In the future, if you're wondering, crime boy, I don't know, is when I decided to kick your ass. That's basically the theme of the Let Bartlett Be Bartlett episode. They realize he's going to look like an elitist intellectual no matter what they do because he is. Might as well lean into it. The West Wing was already pining for the days when politics elevated the discourse, and that was 20 years ago. I'm not sure that time ever actually existed. But it would be nice if it did. I can't watch that show anymore. I simply don't believe there are good people like Joshua, CJ and that group out there. That's why we watch it. It's like political porn. We know they're all actors, we know the lighting could be better, but it still fulfills some deep desire we are not getting satisfied in our real lives. If only Republicans were actually like Arnold Vyek. Fees and Fob as a vice president. Aren't you a little young to be president? Why, yes I am. Both somehow managed to get impeached and stricken from the history books inexplicably before Candace can show their mom. Doof could make the president delete Aita, so he can delete Rutherford B. Hayes from the history books. It's established that Doof doesn't like his because he has the perfect beard. Funny Valentine. Suppose that you were sitting down at a table. The napkins are in front of you, which napkin would you take? The one on your left? Or the one on your right? The one on your left side? Or the one on your right side? Usually you would take the one on your left side. That is correct too. But in a larger sense on society, that is wrong. Perhaps I could even substitute society with the universe. The correct answer is that it is determined by the one who takes his or her own napkin first, yes. If the first one takes the napkin to their right, then there's no choice but for others to also take the right napkin. The same goes for the left. Everyone else will take the napkin to their left, because they have no other option. This is society. Who are the ones that determine the price of land first? There must have been someone who determined the value of money first. The size of the rails on a train track. The magnitude of electricity. Laws and regulations. Who was the first to determine these things? Did we all do it, because this is a republic? Or was it arbitrary? No. The one who took the napkin first determined all of these things. The rules of this world are determined by that same principle of right or left. In a society like this table, a state of equilibrium, once one makes the first move, everyone must follow. In every era, this world has been operating by this napkin principle. And the one who takes the napkin first must be someone who is respected by all. It's not that anyone can fulfill this role. Those that are despotic or unworthy will be scorned. And those are the losers. In the case of this table, the eldest or the master of the party will take the napkin first. Because everyone respects those individuals. Filthy acts at reasonable prices is already a part of the US economic process. D4 degrees Celsius. Dorotide Thrazu Dan Doroto Chip. Ah yes, my favorite account /DC song, Filthy Acts at a Reasonable Price.